Right, so what's your before getting into the detail, the nitty gritty, what's your summary of today's game, how it went for us?
Summary would be that there was nothing between the sides in that game today, hardly anything between the sides, and I think overall on performance over the 90 minutes, I think we probably deserve something out of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. First half, Hibs, they had the run of the game to some extent. Your half-time team talk must have been interesting. What did you say? What did you have to say to the guys to get them to turn it around?
Well, do you know something? The way we wanted to play went out the window after 2 or 3 minutes when the young lads stick one in the top bin. It's an absolute world-class goal. Nobody in the world saves that, and it's given them a lot of confidence and put us in the back foot. Apart from that, I don't think Kevin Cuthbert had a save to make in the first half. They might have dominated it in possession, wee bits of possession, and then the second goal, we get caught from a kick out from the goalkeeper, and that was frustrating. But I'm not going to give any bollockings out to that defence, because they have been outstanding, and mistakes do happen throughout the season, or misjudgments, and that's what we're going to put it down to. So half time, I spoke to them at half time and I said to them that they've won the first half, we will win the second half, there's no doubt about that. I'm very confident in that, and I said I made sure that they go out there and they were focused and they were on the front foot, and and they give everything they've got, because that game is still there to be won. And they agreed with that, and they went out, and the second half I thought they were excellent.
And in terms of that second goal, I mean, you've spoken at length, with great sort of feeling and passion about how well the defence have done this season so far. Wee bit disappointing for Lewis Tushney to get caught under that ball for the goal to go in.
Yeah, well, according to Lewis, he felt the guy was standing in an offside position, and the old back four thought he was offside. So I can understand that, but you play to the whistle. You play until it's called back. Look, Lewis has been man of the match numerous times this season. He's a fantastic player. Apart from that one mistake, if we're going to call it a mistake or a misjudgment, he was outstanding again today. So look, these things happen in football, and what we have to do is take it on the chin and react. And we certainly reacted in the second half, especially. And if it wasn't for a couple of decisions, maybe penalty wise and clearance off the lines and constant pressure, we would have took someone out of that game. So I'm very pleased.
And in terms of that second half, you didn't hang around to make your subs. 2 key substitutions, 2 attacking subs that came on, really turned it around for us, I thought.
Yeah, I just felt the next goal was very important. At 2-0 down, to a wonder goal and a mistake. As I said, the game was very, very even, and I just felt that we wanted to go and have a right go at them and put them under pressure. And I knew the next goal was crucial. We got it. It was a great finish from John, great ball in. And like I said there, just couldn't get the break of the ball after that. Craig Whiting's he's turned in the box, and he's went to finish it and he's been caught. And like I said there earlier, my thoughts are with him right now. He's on that treatment table with a really, really sore injury. I'm not sure the extent of it. They're fearing the worst, so my thoughts are with him right this minute and his family.
All right. That was going to be my next question, and you preempted me. It didn't look very good for Craig Whiting when he went off, stretched off, obviously.
Like I said, we'll just have to wait and see. But I'm really disappointed. He's like Louis Vaughan. They're only young kids and that, and with their careers ahead of them, and to take a bad one like that, the guy's caught him. I'm not for 1 minute saying it was intentional. Craig's not saying it's intentional, but he has caught him. So and it looks like it could be a bad one. So as I said, my thoughts are with him right now.
And then after that, there was a very, very strong penalty claim for us off John Daly's overhead kick. From where I was sitting, the hands were out. It hit the guy's hand.
Definitely.
What was your take on it?
Do you know what? I spoke to John and the boys after the game, and every one of them are saying it's 100% a penalty. And so when all your team's saying it's a penalty, then it's a penalty. So, but again, I said that a minute ago then when I was doing the press up there, that the referee for me today was very, very, very poor in terms of his decision making. The amount of fouls on John Daly, pushes into his back that were blatantly obvious that he wouldn't give, and then John leans on somebody in the box and he's instantly given a free kick. And then the one with Rory McKinnon down there is embarrassing for him, So the consistency, people are going on about it right now about the standard of referee. I'd have to agree that today was, I'm not going to say anymore, it was poor, and he's had a very poor performance. It's a penalty, we should have got the penalty and we should have been 2-0. Listen, we gave everything. The fans, I've told you that, the fans were brilliant after the game. They know we're giving everything. It's 11 games into the season, we're in a great position, because they're working hard, and we need to just maintain that. We're going to get games like this today where we play well and we don't take anything out of it. but we just need to keep going forward, keep asking for that performance from the lads, keep having that belief to go and try and win games and take things out of the games, and we'll do okay, and that's all we can ask for.
And a final question, something I noted down for myself, after all that pressure that Rovers had on the breakaway, Kevin Cuthbert pulls off what I thought was a brilliant save, instinct save to send it over the bar.
Absolutely magnificent save, and do you know something? And I think that was their only shot in the second half, wasn't it?
Yeah, I would say so.
And I don't think Kevin's had a save to make in the first half. So that tells you everything about the game. It was very even. I thought we dominated the second half to their first half, but when we lose 2 goals, a world class goal like that, and we make a mistake, then we give ourselves a mountain. But great character from the boys, and it's like I said, it's one of those defeats we'll walk away thinking, what if?
So hopefully you'll be hoping that we take that performance and we apply it to the next game and get a slightly better outcome.
Definitely. Listen, I keep saying this, our performance levels have been great this year, and I don't think anybody can question that, and we'll do the same next week. We'll go in there and put our performance in.
Well, we'll look forward to talking to you about that through the midweek. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, Ray.
Thank you. Cheers.